Not till tomorrow. What's up, y'all?
So we actually have a show coming up with our good friends in Clay City. It's a really important show for them. They're releasing their full-length LP, and it's going to be a really fun one. So it's at Real Art in Tacoma on September 23rd. You guys should definitely come out and party. There's going to be a lot more bands than just us in Clay City, so it's going to be a party.
Get out there, Tacoma.
And you see this guy.
Get it. Welcome back to BandHouse Podcast, y'all. I'm Taylor John Hardin. Taylor John Hardin on all socials. If you are supporting me, I thank you so much. I just want to say thank you. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. It's an easy and a free way to support. Tours, gigs are coming back. Next, tomorrow I will be playing the Art of Music in Seattle, in West Seattle. The day after that, I'll be playing Half Lion Brewery, and the day after that, I'll be playing Shakin' in Eatonville. So come out and see some live guitar music. And without further ado, you guys know what BandHouse Podcast is all about, the life of musicians. So we brought on some guests here, and I'm really excited to announce them. So, Roadies and Groupies, Joe and Thomas of Not Till Tomorrow.
Howdy.
We start all our podcasts with a good headbanging riff, but I slowed it down. So.
And a dog.
And a dog. Oh, yeah. Chance, come over here, dude. I got you a seat, bro. No microphone this time. Come here, Chance.
No headphones either.
He wants to sit with you guys, though.
All right.
You have to figure it out.
Hey, Chance.
Likes your shoe.
No.
Come here.
Joe's not a dog person.
Yeah.
He won't say that.
Come here. That's okay. Then we'll get him
I'll
out
say
of
it
here.
for him.
I'll say it. I'm not a dog person.
He hears you. Get over here. Sit down.
All right.
And let's use him for the internet to get me clicks. Okay.
There you go.
So you guys did a music video recently. Actually, where did you guys meet? Let's go way back.
Ooh, This is actually a spicy one. I thought it was going to take a little bit to get into this.
Let's start it off. Spicy.
So this is a really funny story. So I'm actually the newest member to Not Till Tomorrow.
Okay.
And I met Joe.
Second newest, actually.
Second newest, yeah.
All right.
I met Joe at Home Depot.
Tight.
So, like, back during COVID, when everybody's remodeling their stuff, I was living with my uncle. He bought a new toilet. Got the wrong toilet seat, so this toilet seat sat for a while. And he was like, hey, man, if you want something to do today, you can go change that toilet seat. I'll get the right toilet seat, you know?
That'll keep me busy all day, dude.
Yeah, I brought it down to Home Depot after they opened up from COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Out the door and everything. And it was really funny. Joe doesn't know this, but I saw his long hair. His hair was even longer at the time.
Nice.
And I was locked in the house for so long. I thought he was a girl.
You're like, oh, here's my chance.
I was like,
hardware store chick, dude.
Hardware store chicks, man. They know what's going on. And then I got up to him and I was like, oh, not a girl. But it ended up being really cool. And he actually asked me, tried to get me to sign up for a credit card. I definitely said no to that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, dude. I know you guys get commission, but
I don't work there anymore, man.
yeah. See, it's all good.
We can't say
Probably because he couldn't get enough percentages on his.
Yeah,
because nobody would get
lacking
the
in the.
Actually, I was third place regionally.
respect.
Entirely.
Whoa, regionally.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the Home Depot credit card.
I was like number one at Guitar Center with those little coverages
Oh,
for
yeah?
like a month, dude. Not regionally, like just in the store of like 8 guys. So, anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, so he was like, hey, man, this is kind of a long shot, but you look like you listen to metal. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And he's like, you should check out my band. We're called Not Till Tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, what are you guys on? And it was Spotify and Apple Music. So I went in my car and in the parking lot, checked it out, and sent him a message immediately. And I was like, this is really good.
Tight.
And they were just the demos that he had out. It still sounded super good, and I was really excited. And I was like, yes, local
You're too
music.
kind.
Yeah.
What songs were they? What demo?
So the song that he checked out first, I believe, was the song we just made the music video for. I'm Not Questioning Your Honor.
Yep.
That was the demo.
Okay.
that-
It's since then been re-recorded with my vocals and everything.
It sounds dope. I've been listening to it, and we'll play
Thanks,
it
man.
here too, if you
Cool.
so everybody can hear.
Yeah, I actually joined as the bass player, so we started
Okay.
talking more, and then he was like, do you play Xbox? And I was like, of course, like everybody else
Yeah,
in the world,
of
you know?
course.
So we started playing video games together and Call of Duty and whatnot, and then he was like, hey, looks like you're a musician. We need a bass player. I was like, I've never played bass, but I'll go ahead and try it out. And so I showed up with a bass and learned the songs.
Where'd you get the bass?
From him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah, it was a glary $99 bass, and I was like, you can just have this since COVID's going on.
Nice.
Learn the songs.
Is that the banana bass or no? Is that a different bass?
Oh, he knows about the banana
Dude,
bass?
that's sick. I saw it on like Instagram or something.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not.
I would
that
play
one.
the shit
That's
out of
actually
that.
It's legit, man. That's the
that
pop
one's a
punk
Fender.
bass.
Yeah, I didn't take too much time, but like
Yeah, that one's an actual.
it's legit
Fender.
and a banana.
Yeah, I
That's-
slapped a sticker on it because I was like, I don't play bass on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna slap a sticker on this.
I'll give it to some other guy when he's.
But no, the Glary, I gave him a Glary because he needed to learn. And then after he started learning the songs, I was going over to his house super frequently, like so much. And I was like, hey man, you should check out this bass on Sweetwater. And
Oh, yeah,
it was
yeah.
the Spectre bass. And I was like, you
I still
have
have
to
that.
get this.
I still have it. Yeah,
Dude,
it's
tight,
a really,
tight.
really nice looking bass. But yeah, as soon as I came in, it was just like full force. I grew up playing instruments and stuff too, and it was just like bass was not really my forte. Never really had one.
Right. What'd you play?
I grew up playing drums originally first,
Tight.
and then I went a long time without having a drum set. So I was like, well, I got guitars, so I kind of learned guitar after a while, and
Tight.
yeah, I was kind of all over the place. Grew up from a pretty musical family.
Oh, really? Ty, parents?
Yeah,
What do they play?
Dad plays lots of guitar.
Tight.
Like really shoegazy stuff. He's a big pedal head. Strymon
Nice.
pedals, Avalanche, Run, or that's the pedal they make. Earthquaker devices.
Right
all the
dude.
cool
Yeah,
delay
yeah.
pedals and stuff. Yeah, so I just kind of had a little bit in and out with music, and I was super stoked because I always wanted to play in a band since I was in like middle school, and then I heard them, and he was like, "We want you to join." And I was like, "Yes."
That's cool, man. Do you sing? Like sing?
Yeah,
A little bit?
yeah, a little bit.
He
Not so
doesn't.
much.
He doesn't think that much, but he's actually a great singer.
Nice.
And
kind.
like you should. I mean, seriously, like
I
we
could
do-
tell. I bet, dude.
we do Mayday Parade covers.
Okay,
And
right on.
They're pretty legit sounding.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds.
Well, if you know how to
good.
scream properly and you're not throwing your voice out, then you probably can sing pretty easily,
Yeah,
as
the
I've come to
technique's
find.
there.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
scream, but I've learned how to sing a lot, and I'm
Yeah.
realizing, oh, this is what relaxed means. Like, I've been like, trying to hit high notes and stuff. I'm
for
like, oh,
sure.
none
it
of
started
that.
off like that, like a lot of strain on the vocals, and I was like, man, I don't understand how people do like hour and a half sets of this. And then I learned that like it's
For real, night after
volume.
night.
Yeah, volume control is the biggest thing.
Yeah, they're
It's
really
like,
like,
yeah, if you've ever seen anybody do it in the studio, it's super quiet,
Mm-hmm.
super laid back. Like if you walked into a room while they were doing it, you'd kind of probably be like, what the.
the only
what are you
recording I've done with
doing?
metal is like, like that's about as good as those guys got.
Yeah, pretty much as long as
Except
you
for
can,
one
like,
guy I knew who was
like
really
close
good.
your throat, and there's a specific sound that you can make. Basically, it's kind of like a growl, like a dog growling.
Right.
As if you can make that sound.
Dude, I love
that's
that
the fundamentals.
online. If you try to learn it, that's everybody's got. Singing is known for metaphors.
Yeah.
But dude, screaming is like one metaphor stacked on top of another.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's hard. It's a intense form of singing. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I would say you should probably learn how to use your voice
Yeah.
before you
absolutely.
just start screaming. But
It was like
not
the
that
last-
people do that, but that's what.
Yeah, it
probably
was
the best
definitely the last thing I figured out that I wouldn't say I knew how to do, but learned how to do. I kind of
Did it come easy or? Well, I guess you were saying it hurt at
I
first.
guess
So.
like when I was in like high school, I tried to do it. I grew up listening to a lot of like Census Fail and like Under Oath and stuff.
Hell
and
yeah.
it's thrown in there, and I'd try to sing along to it and blow my vocals out in 3 minutes of doing it.
Right.
And I just kind of kept at it, I guess. It's
Right.
one of those things that you do in your car, you know. and
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
get caught doing it in traffic
Oh,
every
hell
now
yeah.
and then. People are like,
Dude.
what the fuck is this
Oh
guy
my-
doing, man?
Dude, I do the same thing. Like sometimes I'll just be like, headbanging, like doing the guitar stuff, and like just like last
Yeah,
night
air
even,
guitar and everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the guy's like,
I was listening to
"Dude,
Parkway Drive,
Oh yeah.
and this lady was just. I was waiting at the South Hill Mall, right? And this lady was just staring at me, just like, what is this guy doing? And I was just like, hey, lady, if you knew that I could play this, you
Yeah.
would not be saying,
Yeah,
what is this guy doing?
I could do this. I always feel like that too. Like when I'm singing in my car, because you'll hear someone singing in their car, and it'll either be not good or it might be like good or whatever. But like when I'm doing, I'm like, oh, just if they knew.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
on my way to a gig. I'm a professional, dude. Just
Yeah,
if they
right.
knew.
For real.
But still, to them, I'm just a goon going. in his car with the window down.
Yeah, me too. Doing vocal warm-ups. Oh, God. We've been caught doing that multiple times.
It's so hard to actually do the warm-up when people are around. Like, to actually relax and, like,
dude, even backstage,
think of all the metaphors.
Like green room stuff.
Oh, God.
That's the worst when you're playing with a band that you never played with before and you're trying to do your stuff and they're looking at you like, oh, you guys.
You gotta leave.
They either look at you like, oh, these guys know what they're doing, or they're like,
are so weird.
Man, these guys are
right. And then that whole thought of you wondering whether or not that they're thinking that is gonna fuck up your warm-ups.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, damn, public is hard. And my roommate is now immune to it, so I can do it whether he's here or not. Don't think twice.
Yeah.
I don't really think twice about it ever, because it's like, do I want to damage my vocal cords or do I not?
Yeah.
And honestly,
well, you've got the right mind. Yeah.
If anybody like has a problem with it, cool.
Joe has no problem telling people what's up.
That's tight.
It's pretty
I really
funny.
don't.
You need that guy.
Yeah.
You need the guy. I'm part that guy and then part diplomatic guy too.
Yeah, me too.
I guess everybody's got a little here and there, but I respect the full, honest, truth guy. You need especially as a guitar player.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of guitar players are full of shit.
I'll be direct and just say like, hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to like do my warm ups or else I'm gonna have not a very good time.
On
stage.
Dude,
considering
it's serious too.
I mean, I throw my guitar around my body. I throw my guitar in the air and
so you have physical warm ups too. I bet. Stretches, like I imagine,
like hot yoga. Usually.
I neglect those.
Of course.
I neglect
No, you
those.
don't.
How old are you guys?
I'm 23.
Yeah, you can neglect that shit for a while, dude.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Dude, it's so funny. I was like 27 to 32, that range, it's different for everybody, I'm sure. But like, that's when I kind of started to like get into restoration, or what is it called? Like on your day off at the gym, you don't just sit down, you like do it right. So like after I go hard on my vocals and I have a rough night, the next day I drink a lot of water and do my lip trills and my head voice. You know, there's a procedure for all that stuff.
They say apple cider vinegar mixed with pineapple juice is like a really good one.
That sounds.
It's kind of gross.
Good.
Awful.
I mean, I was gonna say it sounds delicious, dude. I'm not.
It's kind of a weird taste, but it definitely helps. We had a show a while ago where like it was literally day of. I woke up and I was like, "What the fuck, man? My head was cloudy. I had like my sinuses full. We almost had to pull the show. I was like, it was kind of a little show.
Where at?
It was at El Corazon.
Okay, all right.
What show was that? Was that when we
missed Warped?
Yeah, they had an odd name for it, but it worked
the
out
Warped
really,
Tour, but not thing.
Yeah, it was when we missed Warped Tour.
It read as Warped Tour though. I was like, oh, these guys fucking played Warped Tour.
No.
I looked closer and I was like, oh, El Corazon.
Fest. That's what it was called.
Okay.
Actually, it was really cool of Nick Oswald to put that on.
I feel like he used the font from Warped Tour.
Oh yeah, he did. He was actually really
smart,
cool.
dude.
He was really thoughtful with it. He printed out a bunch of little stickers too that had like the Warped Tour insignias on it,
dude,
for each of the bands that were playing.
What's his name?
Nick Oswald.
Nick Oswald, dude. Shout out, man.
Yeah, for real.
He's the lead singer of a band called Nova Fracture around here, and they're pretty good.
Tight name.
Yeah, they're
Nova
pretty sweet.
Fracture.
We played with them, and overall, really nice guy. So yeah,
that's hella
shout out to
D&D,
you,
I
man,
feel
for
like.
doing that.
Oh, speaking of, I didn't even realize, and this is going to be probably a sin, that your guys' song was a quote from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. So that was 100% me.
So he's the Game of Thrones guy. He's the guy of Thrones.
All of my angst towards my ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah, those make the best songs, dude.
And I was just like, this quote is gonna get used, and I wrote it down like maybe
when you watch the episode, you're like, I don't know what that's gonna be used for, but I was sick.
So I watched the episode and I was like, this was before we had broke up, me and my ex-girlfriend, and I was like, this is totally gonna be used for a song. I just know it.
And you just didn't know how close that song was going to be to you.
Exactly.
Plot twist: Joe broke up with his girlfriend for the sake of being able to write a sick song.
Yeah,
he didn't really want to do it.
I've been there.
I was like, yep, the song's going to be better.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I imagine there's underlying reasons, but was that the catalyst?
Well, I mean, I was 15 years old.
Okay, I was going to say I've done that too, but I was like 15. So
I was. I mean, to be fair, when you're 15 years old, I mean,
there's no brains.
There's not really going to be. Well, I was going to say I was actually pretty smart. I feel like
I was not. I went straight there.
I feel like I was very intelligent about it, and the way I kind of ended that was very smart, because it was just like, dude, this is ridiculous. And I mean, it was just ridiculous after I broke up. I was just that's kind of what it was. It was like a few weeks after I broke up. I found a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't want to get too mushy and stuff, but
Sure.
I mean, it was just like a big. Like,
We get mushy sometimes, dude.
it
No
was
worries.
a big fuck
It's a part
you,
of it.
and I was like, okay, well, here's my fuck you.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. So my girlfriend's big into Taylor Swift, the Dixie Chicks. Okay, all these chicks that are writing like breakup songs, and I'm listening to these breakup songs. Like, dude, what if that's just one side of the story, dude? And they have all the power. That's the
Yeah,
side you want,
right.
though. Whether you were right or wrong, that's the side you want. Is the person who writes the
Dude,
song
people
and
can
puts
say
it
what
out
you
there.
want about Taylor Swift, but she's a marketing genius.
Yeah, she's
man.
mad.
She's a genius.
She sold me when she not stole, but when she re-recorded her music so that she would have the rights to it. I was like, oh, that's a
I was
loophole.
like, that's a
Genius loophole and easy to do nowadays.
Yep.
And the song's
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
Yeah, not that I'm out here like listening to Taylor Swift all the time.
I am though, but I caveat. I told you why. So
she's
I'm not going to be putting that shit on
she's
most
got
of the
it.
time.
She's got it going for her.
Yeah.
She's pretty smart with it.
Mhm.
But yeah, back to the Game of Thrones thing. Most of our music actually, each song has like a little underlying like
fun.
kind of thing to it. Like actually, one of our songs, which I believe is actually our most popular song right now, "Light in the Dark." Actually, one of our favorite stories. We wrote that song playing the video game Dark Souls. It's
Hell
his
yeah.
favorite game, my
Hell
favorite
yeah.
game, and
BandHousePodcast, big proprietor of, that's not the word, of Dark Souls. We
Oh,
love
yeah.
Dark Souls.
yep.
Oh, you
So-
like Dark Souls?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we wrote that song.
Yeah.
I made it about halfway through the game.
Nice.
Oh, I made it through the game in 43 minutes.
Yeah, Joe's a hack.
serious.
Don't listen to this guy.
Dude, do you
I'm just kidding.
stream
I've
it all?
seen him do it.
I don't
I was
stream.
gonna say that's pretty good. You could
But-
get viewers to watch that. At least one. I'd watch that.
Yeah, you got me, man. I'd watch it just for the sake of running up your numbers.
I practically taught this guy how to play Dark Souls. though.
Really? Isn't it fun when you figure it out?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Like that first 30 minutes of learning, you're like, this isn't like the other games. Really.
Yeah.
It's not Zelda. It seems like it's gonna be. But
yeah, and then you go and then you try to fight somebody and then you just get absolutely wrecked. And you're like, what is this game?
Dude, I'll
I'm
never
playing?
forget. I played it once when it came out, and I got to this first freaking skeleton. You know, the big stairs right there, and there's a skeleton. There's probably an archer somewhere. I got knocked down a few times off the ledge, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me, dude. And then I made it
Yep.
my 2017 New Year's resolution to beat it, and I failed. But I did play a lot of it. I
I
tried
tried to
it.
play it over and over and over, and I was just like, man, this kind of sucks. And then my brother played it a lot, and he still couldn't get me really into it. And Joe was like, you can play multiplayer on Dark Souls, and I'll show you. And I was like, all right.
Oh, I did
all right,
that
we'll give it
too. Oh, I remember
give it a
that.
shot. And he showed me all the little cheats.
Nope.
Oh, what's
Nope.
up? You're back?
You're not gonna win him over all of a sudden just because you left for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Chance.
I didn't miss you that much, man.
Come here, dude.
You won't win Joe over either.
Come
I
here.
already said it. He's not a dog person, man.
Takes me like 3 times. Oh, he's just gonna.
Tell you what. Come back with like,
He's out of here.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna leave him.
all right, adios, man.
lost his chance. Oh, his name's Chance.
Oh, puns.
By chance.
That's what happens, dude. When you fuck with Taylor, dude, you get the boot.
Don't fuck
Mhm.
with Taylor.
That's right.
Taylor, guys, you heard it.
Sounds
here
like don't
first.
fuck with Joe.
Yeah.
Handyman Joe or whatever you call him.
Yep.
Please never
I get.
tell me that.
I'll never. I did one time, never again. I'll never.
I got a little story about not fucking with Joe.
All right, let's get it,
This is
dude.
kinda
Let's
off
get into
topic,
it.
But it was pretty funny. We were trying to play Call of Duty, and like every other fucking Call of Duty game in the world has problems.
Yeah.
It just uninstalled itself from my Xbox for the third time, and I was over it, and I was like, I'm not buying it again. Well, Joe convinced me to buy it again. I bought it, and then it was like saying I couldn't play it. And not even about 5 minutes after I told him that, this guy's on the phone in his living room with Microsoft telling him that this is bullshit. And then I need to.
Are you listening via the headset or something?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just hearing this guy go, this is bullshit. I'm trying to buy this for my friend. I've already bought it for him twice. He's kind of stretching the truth.
Sure.
But he made things happen. They gave me a refund, and I had to buy it again. So it's like total of like, I think 5 times that I've had this
Jesus,
damn game.
that's
but it-
$478 later or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, it was ridiculous.
I haven't
And
bought a new game in not like a full new one.
yeah, I usually play old games, man. I still
Yeah.
have a Nintendo 64 and
Same.
a GameCube. Like,
Same,
I play
dude.
the hell out of Metroid Prime.
Hell yeah! Now we're talking, dude.
Yeah.
That's all I play is Smash Bros. Melee, honestly,
Oh yeah,
because they got a good
That's the best
online,
one.
like a fan-made online lagless, virtually lagless thing, so I get my angst out that way.
Yeah, that's super cool.
I'll be the first to say that I will lose to anybody on Smash Bros.
He will.
Respect, because nobody ever says that. It's always, oh, bro, you play? Oh,
No,
I play
yeah.
too. And I love that, though, honestly. I'm like, let's get the TV. I'll bust out the CRT.
Dude, I
Nah.
spent a whole lot of my
He's
high
like,
school
nah.
years not doing parties like most high school kids did.
For sure, just
I would go-
gaming.
Yeah, I would go to a party, and I'd see that there was 2 people in the corner playing Smash Bros. Or something.
Hell yeah,
The
that's
kids
a
are getting
party right
drunk,
there.
And I'm like, that's where I belong. I'm like, and by the end of this party, I'm still going to be at this TV.
Yeah, I'll be
beating
right here
everybody.
until it's time to go. It's so fun. It's a fun game, man.
Yeah, it's a great
It's a
one.
cultural revolution, to be
The
honest.
new one's pretty good, too.
It is.
Um,
I've had so much fun playing it.
They did a lot of jumping around, and there was a whole lot of differences between the games that always came out, and then Ultimate came out, and that was pretty
It's
good.
pretty intense. There's a lot of different mechanics.
Yeah, the multiplayer is super fun.
You go to parties?
No, not anymore, man.
I used to sit in my room and cry in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Get on my level.
The more you know.
Yeah, it's a Joe fact.
That's a Joe fact.
We're
Yeah.
gonna play that every time. That
I'm gonna get a good sample for
another-
Joe. I'll do that same riff, but like dropped real low. What do you guys tune to?
So we actually play and drop C sharp.
yeah, just a half
That's
step,
cool.
half step down. Nothing
I
too
like it.
crazy, but it's unique.
It's not B. It's not
It's not C. Yeah, that's what most.
I did a whole
people
album
say.
in C, and it's
Yeah,
like
I particularly like C. I think it's got a really somber and also angry tone to it. So
like
that's
I
kind of
think
what I
System
go
of
to.
a Down, like Toxicity, drop C.
Yeah, Deftones did C.
Oh, Deftones.
Yeah,
Deftones also does C sharp
They do.
Cool.
They do C sharp. I think on their
around the fur.
second album.
I love tunings. I was thinking about a fun bandhouse game would be get a bunch of metalheads and then I'll play, like I'll have like 5 guitars and I'll play one and you
Try to guess.
Yeah, C sharp. Unless you have perfect pitch, then you're disqualified.
I'm disqualified.
You have it, huh?
Joe's
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah,
You would have it.
I actually
tune
use
guitars.
him all the time.
Yeah, hell yeah. I
Whenever I
use
wanna-
my guitar player does as well.
Yeah, I send him. I'm like, ooh, that was a cool song. I'm gonna learn how to play that.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
like-
like, hey, what you mean?
so he'll be the guy, the host. He'll host and play the riffs, and we'll have to guess because
Yeah,
he's already got to know.
Yeah, probably.
yeah. It'll just be Sweet Child.
Plus he can riff with it.
gonna say that.
Hey, we're gonna say what? It was just gonna be
He's got no fear though, man. He'll go to Guitar Center and play "Sweet Child of Mine" directly into "Smoke in
Loud.
the Water" and then "Stairway to Heaven," and like in the same way. I've seen this guy sweet pick it into,
with
like,
bad tone. Do you turn up the
Yeah.
treble really loud?
Yeah,
No,
like treble
no.
and no mid.
It sounds good when you do it.
Yeah, no,
No.
I don't ever want to do that. I want to make sure you can hear it.
Okay, good.
And I want to make sure it sounds crisp so you know your ears can reciprocate it. So I will boost the mids and
Yeah, dude,
cut the mids a little or cut the high.
This
and cut the
podcast's
bass.
going great. We agree on that too. I'm a blues guy, so I love those mids.
Oh yeah,
It's all
You gotta
about
have the
mids.
man.
That's where the voice sits, man. That's the mids.
It's the best way to. I did all the production on our EP,
Okay, right
so
on,
I mixed
man.
everything, and like
How do you produce with perfect pitch? Doesn't it drive you crazy? Like when you hit the guitar and it's like
Absolutely. I've
yeah.
sat through this and just watched him.
'Cause I have, like,
To,
with
the tuner.
just fine
I
relative
gotta,
pitch,
gotta,
and
like, rub
sometimes
this
I'll go
guy's
crazy.
shoulders, like, it's okay, man, it's okay.
Yeah, when I'm tuning, the tuner will go up, and I'm just like, I hate this.
Dude,
so
it's like
much.
I feel like I want to give up sometimes. Like, oh, I don't even play guitar very well if it's just out of tune. Then, but
Yeah.
really, it's like if you just listen to it in the mix, like stop listening for 5 minutes, come back, and you'll be like, oh, this isn't bad.
I've recorded an entire song over again because the guitars were not matching.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he sends me anything, and I'm like, that sounds freaking awesome. Keep that.
Dude, that's
and then he's
tight.
like, nah, I got to redo it because this one little tiny part where
Yep.
we're about half, more than,
half
or less
of a
than
mil-
a quarter of
A millisemitone.
there it is. I was
I'm
going to
just
say
like,
millisecond.
I
That
heard it.
doesn't apply to
Right.
shit.
Dude, that's so. I had a guy like that. That was my last death metal band or metal band of any kind, really, and that was 2000. God, it's been so long. I've been just playing grandfather's guitars and shit
Yeah.
forever.
Those are
So
the
do
fun
I.
ones.
Do you?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
actually just comment on your Les Paul Classic. I literally,
I know I have the
That's what
most
I use.
standard of all guitars, but hey, man, it's
I
time.
have a
works.
Heritage Cherry,
Oh, that's what I was
Classic.
gonna get, but I was
a
like,
Bourbon Burst Standard.
I gotta have an ebony. But yeah,
those,
that's tight. Bourbon
my-
Burst.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's I actually got that in California with my girlfriend.
That's
remember
tight.
that.
Yeah,
I do remember that. I got all the weird looking guitars. Like I have this weird stigma where I feel like if I get like anything with like a fan fretboard or anything like that, or like a cut off neck that is gonna make me magically better.
It might not scallop the frets too.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the Strandberg? What is it? The True Tone or something?
Are you talking about the True Temper frets?
True Temper frets.
Oh,
they're all wavy, they're all wavy and stuff. So
that's gotta help you out, right? No, it's not good.
No, I cannot stand guitars like that because it's so much more.
I've only ever
work.
seen them at Guitar Center.
Oh, it's more work.
Okay,
but let's say it's
like $5,000.
Oh, $5,000.
Theoretically, though,
unreal.
as much as it bothers me, I mean, if it sounds okay in the mix,
right?
Like I can notice some things, but if it's like to a decent level of like, okay, this is fine, and you know, there's not that much, and there's like, I don't have to cut it off as fast,
right,
on the actual like, you know, recording, on the waves. If it sounds good to me throughout pretty much most of it,
right,
it's like.
It's adding flavor, really.
It's fine. It's unnoticeable.
The human element.
But yeah, honestly, I mean, I really do like to humanize everything.
Yeah.
As much as I can to an extent of perfection.
I was just playing a gig the other day, last night, and you know, my guitar had a little bit of old strings, so like when you push down on the frets, it's not the same distance as it once was.
Oh yeah.
So like even. Maybe with a nice Les Paul, you don't notice this, but with like a cheap guitar, if you play an E major chord on standard tuning guitar and a G major chord, they can never be equally in tune. One of them is going to be more in tune based on if you're playing the standard voicings E and the standard voicing G, because that first fret G string makes the E sharp in an E chord, or the G sharp too sharp. Yeah, but if your shit's good with a Les Paul and its new strings, you will never notice that.
Yeah, anytime I play his Les Pauls, I'm like, damn.
But yeah, that phenomenon blew my mind when I figured it out. Yeah, dude, that's Les Pauls to go around, dude.
That and the damn G string.
I have enough Les
That's
Pauls.
what it is. That's probably the same reason. It's that G string is thick and it
Love
bends.
the G string.
Dude, if we had a BandHouse bingo right now, that would be one of them. Someone
the
says,
G-string?
yeah, or finger A minor. Although that one didn't age well.
Actually, it's F sharp now.
It definitely didn't.
It's actually F sharp now, though.
Oh right.
Because remember, we play in drop C.
Of course, yeah. Boy, them F sharp strings.
Fucking music theory guys.
Hell yeah, dude. I played in E flat for many different times for years at a time. But then I go back to standard because I do
E-flat
covers.
was fun, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of. Mine was the opposite. So I played in E, and anytime I wanted to do a song, like a cover or anything, or like make an acoustic version of anything, find out it's all in E flat. I did a whole lot of grown up listening to like Dashboard Confessional and Brand New.
And they use E flat.
As all E flat.
Dude, I want to make a giant list of bands that use E flat because it's just a great sound. Van Halen started with E flat. I think Jimi Hendrix was E flat. That's just the shit.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of what we play in, except that it's dropped.
We play in E flat drop tune.
Yep, that's bonus points to me, man. I'm a drummer. I don't really know music theory.
D sharp, E flat. That's like the Disturbed uses that. Yeah, that's the only band I can think of that's mainstream that uses that.
Yeah.
I can actually think of a crap ton.
All right, hit me with 5 right now.
Okay, so I guess not mainstream.
Not mainstream, just anything at this point. Any bands that tune with that tune.
Believe it or not, Guns N' Roses.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Actually does do drop C sharp.
What about Velvet Revolver then?
No, they actually play in drop D in most of their songs.
Well, of course, because that's when I was learning. That's when I was learning guitar. That Slither.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Okay,
I played along to that.
Ocean's 8 Alaska.
Kendrick
Of Mice
Lamar.
and Men. Kendrick
Lamar plays this 7-string. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, no, he plays a 10-string.
Let's be honest though. If he did play guitar, it would be tuned to E flat or D sharp or whatever you want to call it. C sharp, C sharp, D flat, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, F sharp, D flat. So check this out. Here's a tangent.
That's cool.
Notes.
That was pretty legit.
I like that.
Yeah, dude, you like that?
Yep, I like
So there's infinite fun there. I was just thinking of chords. I'm like,
what is that?
this is the Ableton Push. It's the original. There's a second one now, but I bought it because I went to a friend's house and he didn't have, or his computer was just like, you know when people have really shitty MacBooks they use as they're recording?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like couldn't do anything on the computer, but you can do everything on Ableton on this. Not that I can, but I'm learning more and more as I go. For like right now, I can. Well, that didn't do anything, but I can off if I wanted to turn it off.
Oh, that's dope. It's got hotkeys for everything.
Yeah, so I'm trying to be the producer and the host in the same moment.
Yeah, that's
which is
cool.
tough.
Yeah, no,
But it's
You're
fun.
doing a good job.
Thanks, man. So far, so good. It still says record. The other one says we're good, and there's no peaking. The first 20 episodes of this thing was a nightmare, dude. It's just me running around like, banter!
Hello,
Banter! I'll be right back.
How are you today?
Yeah, you guys should go watch the first episode. One of the cameras freezes on one of the guys for 30 minutes. He's like this. You can hear him talk.
It's on audio.
It's all normal.
Right now. Let's do it right
yeah. All the audio is seemingly okay. It gets better as we go, as I learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But you know,
I'm still learning how to mess with stuff. Do you use Ableton for all your...
I do now, yeah.
Okay.
I went Cubase. I've done Logic, Pro Tools. I've done...
You ever done Reaper?
Reaper was next.
That's
what I had
I'm on right now.
Before Ableton.
And it's actually pretty good.
I liked it.
I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about it, but I feel like it's very mid-level.
It's free.
Allows you to do cool things.
Still
and
free?
Allows you to do...
Donation-wise.
It doesn't matter what DAW you use as long as you know how to use it.
That's pretty much what I've learned, yeah.
I mean, honestly, how different is a parametric EQ to a parametric EQ?
Well, I'll tell you what, though. You want to use Ableton because...
He's right. You don't have that on deck, and I'm going to put you on blast for that right now.
I mean, look
you
at
don't
the
have that.
sensitivity. I mean, you could jam with a real...
Oh, yeah.
I have a Roland Phantom, though.
Yeah, I know. There's so many different ones.
Hey, Joe's actually a rapper.
Ableton. I'd love a sponsorship. Thank you so much. All right.
Ableton. Sponsor this.
We all use
Sponsor this,
Ableton.
man.
Everyone only...
That, I have a problem with on Reaper is that like there's certain plugins in like impulse responses that I want that like you have to run through like a third party program.
That's right.
And like Contact. If
You have to do that either way.
Get good. Oh, do you?
Yep.
All right. Don't listen to me, guys. I'm not really a producer.
Yeah, you have to download Contact for like anything.
Yeah, it's like 8 gigs to run.
What is
anything.
Contact?
So Contact is a
Let me dive.
virtual Contact is a virtual instrument player that allows you to essentially run like MIDI files and stuff, such as like Get Good Drums or like, you know, choir stuff, a whole bunch of like, there's tons of instruments, but it's pretty much like the dongle, so to speak, that will allow you to run all of that stuff. And if you don't have it, you can't. And it's 8 gigabytes of RAM.
What about, so it's made to run specific plugins?
Yep.
Or, okay.
Yeah. If you don't have it though for the specific plugins, you cannot run
For example, the Get Good Drums is one of them.
But
Gotcha.
say like I use my Roland suite for most of my actual synth
I'll
stuff.
have to check that out.
It's literally the XV5000, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but does it have all these buttons that I don't know how to use? Wait for it.
It's really artsy though. It's got a lot of lights.
This is kind of part of... There it is. Does it have 64 buttons or however many this is?
It has 88.
Damn it!
Ooh.
Because it's a keyboard.
Yeah, I like that one. That's the new snare sound.
That may be cooler.
It is cool, thank you.
Yeah, it's also got PlayStation looking buttons that he's poking right now. That looks like PS2 buttons.
I don't know, man.
Some throwback.
It's not an Xbox.
I was just looking for Joe to tell me it was
man.
cool, that I had cool gear.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
it is
man.
cool.
Thanks.
I think a lot of the stuff
Thanks,
in here.
dude.
I really like that Strat though.
Dude, I know, it's my favorite.
That thing is...
It needs a refret, so if you know a guy, it's dead.
Nope.
The frets are so sad. It's the saddest thing ever. You're the guy, huh?
Every chord's a minor on it.
You know how to do refrets? I feel like he does. After all the stuff he's
Joe
talked about
does set up all my guitars.
I
will
feel
put him
like
on for that.
I feel like I can't tell you what my job is. I can't tell you where I work, but I
He
will
has
say
a certain set of skills, and he will find you.
I have a
Is it
certain
for
set of
Elon
skills.
Musk or like Steve Jobs
no,
or something.
No,
Okay.
it's just a local company, but I'm not allowed to disclose that
That's
I work
tight.
there. But
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do.
Then you have to
regrets.
talk to people about it.
You're really not allowed to tell
then
people
we
'cause I know
should
where
talk
you work.
outside of this because I haven't been able to play that for 2 years now because I just haven't been able to, well, one, have the money or know a guy, and right now I have the money and I may have just met the guy, so
Yeah,
You're the guy.
I want those micro tonal frets.
not doing that.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's not happening, dude.
on my 1989 Strat Plus.
Oh, it's an 89.
Yeah, dude, legit.
Nice.
Vintage. It's old as me. We are the same age. That's why I love it. And also because the first moment I played it, I had just bought the there's a 335 over there, and I had just bought that, so it's like 1700 or whatever.
Epiphone ES?
No, the Gibson one,
dude.
Okay.
and
Honestly,
then
they're like $3,000 now, though, so you got a good deal.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, I was working there, so I got a discount. So I think I paid 17, and that was kind of. Oh, it was 22. It was 22 at the time. 2012 though. That's 10 years.
Still a really good price compared to now. So
Yeah, it was hella cool, and I love it, and it's played gigs, and it's got wear that it doesn't gross me out. Like, it's either the ghost or the roommate. Or Chance is pissed. He wants to pod. It's like, you let me in there once.
You let me in there, man. I'm gonna make friends today.
Oh, yeah. But weirdly enough, like all the A's, like the fret on the fifth fret on the high E string is just garbage. The third, like all the open chords, which is, I play those so much, dude.
I feel like everybody's favorite guitar out of their arsenal always has something that, like, I got this old Ibanez. I don't know why. It's a SA. I don't know. I can't remember it. But anyways, it's kind of cool because I got like kind of a rare one. It was never like a high-end guitar or anything, just rare because they used to be made in Korea, and then they shut it down after they made 2,000 of them, and it got sold out to the Indonesian. Yeah, it got sold out to the Indonesian branch when they started making them, and that was in like 2004.
Oh,
and
damn.
I've got this. It's called Purple Grape Burst or something. It's a really cool looking guitar. But anyways, it's my favorite one that I have. But right now I've been rocking it with no bottom E string for like 6 months,
Then
man.
just-
Still
that's,
just ripping it.
that's not really that big of a problem.
That's yes.
That's a non-problem.
Yeah, no, for sure. But then
That's a big old nothing burger, as they say.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say it's what's his name? Rolling Stones. Keith Richards played like that for a whole career.
Yeah,
No E string.
dude. When I
need
brought
it.
it to him to get worked on, I was like, "Hey, I got this old guitar. It was like the first one I ever bought," and he was like, "I'm so offended you'd even give this to me. Look at this nasty piece of shit." It was all like dusty and it had just dirt caked on the frets.
never
It looked
said
so
that.
gross. Oh, that was Sam that said that. Actually.
Yeah,
that was
that was Sam.
I tried to give it to Sam. My bad. Anyways, yeah, Sam, if you ever see this, thanks for doing all that you do for us.
Yeah.
He's our Sweetwater rep.
Oh, respect, dude. I love Sweetwater. They
Thanks
still
for
call me like on my birthday.
Thanks
and
for
shit.
keeping me in check, man.
Yeah, they're
Telling
like
me I have shitty gear
therapists as well.
sometimes. but Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
listen,
she-
you need to leave her because you're gonna need the guitar. And then
Yeah,
she's
he's
just-
like, she said no.
yeah.
What if I give you $200 off? I'm like, well, it's still an $8,000 guitar, but that is just
But yes.
$7,800. So you're right. She did tell me I can't spend $8,000.
Money spends different on guitars,
Yeah, 100%.
or whatever your thing is out there. If you're a fisherman, fishing poles, dude.
I got this
That money
problem,
spends
like
different.
right when I feel like I'm like, all right, no more gear.
Right.
Just get everything back to zero and just hang
And
out
then
with what
Joe,
you got.
then
that-
Joe comes in and he's just like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god!"
Or then you walk into Guitar Center and you go,
Yeah.
why is that Keith Merrow right there being sold for $1,000 off what they usually are? It's in mint condition.
And you need it because the other
And I need it
the other
'cause
guitar
it's just-
doesk doesn't have an E string, so
Yeah.
you got to buy a new guitar.
And you show up to your girlfriend's house with a brand new
You're
set.
like, babe, look.
Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's already tuned to drop G sharp.
Dude, chicks love.
Yep. Gutturals and that. And gent. But
Yeah, dude.
No,
Joe doesn't like gent.
Yeah.
no.
Not his genre.
I don't love it, but when it's on, I'm like,
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm like, ooh, he's getting it.
what about tech metal, like tech death, right?
No.
What
What about
like prog rock?
Yeah, what
like
about prog
math rock? Like
Yeah, what
Animals
about
as
math
Leaders and
rock?
stuff?
Yeah, there you
Dude,
go.
that
Math
stuff
rock's a
blows
good
my
one.
mind. Like sometimes you got to be in the right mood though, because there's sometimes where I'm listening to, it, I'm like, man, this shit's giving me a headache.
yeah? How
But
you
then
gonna
there's
not
other
thinking about the
times-
13/8? You're like 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
And there's other times where I'm listening, I'm like, all right, so they're side
When you finally
chaining the
get it.
bass drum to what the bass guitar is hitting, but it's a measure behind it.
Oh,
How the
not to mention all
fuck
that
did
stuff.
they do
Yeah.
it? How did you guys do that? It's like, yeah, Animals as Leaders.
Once
and
you hear
Light
that
Up the
stuff, you
Sky.
can't unhear it. I hear dance songs. I'm like, whoa, dude, sidechain.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, who did that?
Yeah.
How did you think of that? What kind of drugs do you have?
Yeah, it does make you feel crazy.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
Cool.
You got anything?
I got a bunch of stuff here. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys want to
yeah.
go on to it.
Oh yeah. Hey,
All
you mind
right.
If I have a drink in here, I can-
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I've got. I can offer you guys a water.
It's cannabis seltzer because I don't really drink White Claw or anything. So it has literally like a milligram of THC in it.
Oh, that's
about it. It's not
Where'd you get those? Like just at any dispensary kind of deal, or?
Yeah, Mr. Bill's up in Buckley.
Oh, tight. Yeah, I love
it's
Mr.
not.
Bill's.
It doesn't get you like super stoned like most edibles do.
And how?
It gives you like.
Yeah, that's interesting. How many? Like a 6-pack of them, or are they?
You get a 4-pack for $20.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's pretty good though.
Really something I drink like every day, but yeah, 4 for $20, man.
It's good for a podcast, though.
It is good for a podcast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us on, man. This is really cool.
Yeah, I'm loving this. This is really fun. Sounds like your guys' story reminds me a lot of the bands I've been in too. The same style, not exact same kind of music. I'm thinking more Black Dahlia Murder, Decapitated,
oh my God, yes.
Lamb of God,
Absolutely.
Children of Bodom, Opeth.
Oh, you're naming like all the bands I like now.
Those are the bands I could. I was gonna say take a bullet for. I'm like, maybe, dude. Michael Ackerfeld, I'd take a bullet for him.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, those are my bands I know about. And
also,
then
seriously, rest in peace, the vocalist of
Children of Bodom.
Black Dahlia Murder.
Black Dahlia Murder.
He passed away.
Oh, that's right. Travis or something? Trevor?
Trevor, yeah.
Trevor,
He
yeah.
passed away.
Oh my
He
God.
committed
He
suicide.
did, didn't he? Yeah.
That was a rough one.
God, his music videos were dope.
They were funny.
He was so funny. He was like the first guy. First of all, he was the first guy to do 2 voices. Before that, I feel like it was either you were or you were but he did them
he did a
both,
whole lot
and he
of-
would switch to the, and it was a gimmicky kind of deal, and like that. Now
He's
it's
one of the-
mandatory to do
one
both.
of the nicest guys off stage too, which is like one of the things that you don't really get a whole lot of these days. I feel like there's a lot of people that just kind of
that's
like do their
sad.
thing and then disappear, and like that. Nobody had anything bad to say.
He
about
Robert
that guy.
Williams himself, dude.
Yeah.
The nicest guys ever. When did this happen? I feel like maybe I heard about it.
2 or 3 months ago.
like 2 months ago.
Oh, I definitely didn't hear about it then.
Yeah. Joe, I'm gonna do this. Just do your vape.
But yeah, dude, that's my favorite. Like, I mean, that was what got me into those riffs. All those are
Lamb of God, man, though.
Lamb of God.
You brought up Lamb of
Oh,
God.
absolutely.
They're like
That's
one of
great.
the bands that got me into playing.
dude, they were like
Metalcore.
mainstream when I was in high school, almost.
Yeah.
Almost mainstream. Like people knew
I miss
laid to
music
rest.
Like that. Yeah, I miss music. Like when you found it, you're like, damn, okay, this is like something that really stands out to you. Something's just really different. It's like a
I heard Lamb of God, Faded
Cut from a
Line,
different
and that was
cloth.
it for me. This is the beginning of Faded Line.
yeah.
And then there's a drum fill in there. It was all the drums really that got me into it. And then I was like, okay, obviously the guitar's dope.
What about Bleed by Meshuggah, the song that made everybody buy an H string?
Hold on. I missed Meshuggah in my metal career, but is it the one that goes?
You got to do it. You can make it.
I'm thinking of for some reason a Pantera song. There it is. Okay, I was never
with
gonna
the
get
slight
there.
pitch bend.
Do you guys know Psycho Holiday by Pantera?
No.
It's and that's all I could think of.
Sounds good.
Pantera.
Yeah,
I
You're
don't
not a
respect
Pantera?
I put them up there. I'll put them up there in my top. They're Lamb of God-ish.
I mean,
Not really.
it's
They're both red. Oh, they're rednecks. Lamb of God has a song called Redneck. I was just
that makes
confusing.
fun of redneck.
Yeah, I was confusing the two. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah,
Joe's not a redneck.
That's
redneck
okay.
makes fun of rednecks. That's the
He
whole
works at a
point.
secret hardware store, dude.
Oh, not a hardware.
I know. But in my head, it's still
Yeah,
a
it's
hardware store.
I work at the.
Yeah, you told him that you did hardware.
Secret Lowe's.
Secret Lowe's.
That's
Yeah.
the branding.
Dude, speaking of secret things, okay, another thing that's completely off topic. I just found this out the other day. There's this, if you ever do, I think it's Uber Eats or DoorDash.
Oh, I'm a DoorDash.
All right, so have you ever seen that, like, it's not Hello Fresh, it's something Fresh Fit Kitchen or something that pops up on DoorDash?
Fresh Fit or something.
It's only on DoorDash, and
Maybe I
and
don't know.
was looking. I was like, "What the fuck is this place?" Because I ordered from it one time.
Oh, like
It
a
was really
restaurant.
good. Yeah, it's really good, but you can only find it on
secret
DoorDash.
restaurants on DoorDash.
And I looked for it, and I couldn't find it. And after all this research, it turns out that food is made out of Red Robin.
Yeah, it's
And
always
it's-
Red Robin.
it's made
Dude,
out
this
of
happened
Red
to me. I think it was like when COVID was way more scary.
I'll find
This was like a year ago, maybe. And dude, we got like
no
these
way.
burgers like from Dinosaur Jr. Burger. That's a band, I think.
Yeah, Dinosaur Jr.
I can never come up with anything original, but it was something like just I've never heard of. And then I got the food, and I'm like, this is suspiciously similar to Red Robin. And I know
Yeah.
my Red
I
Robin.
got
This is
like
campfire sauce, dude.
Yeah, I was like, so you tell me why they got a freaking Hawaiian burger that tastes exactly like
Oh, the Hawaiian. That was my
burger.
first burger at Red Robin, dude. We
Yep.
could do a whole podcast on Red Robin, but that's not what this is about.
Tavern
Absolutely
Double.
could. I'm gonna find
Oh, hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna find
Original, dude. The tavern.
It's sitting in my brain, and I'm not gonna move on until I find this.
Yeah, dude, find it.
Fresh Set. That's what it's called. Fresh
I
Set.
haven't heard of that one. What's it look like?
It's on here.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't look at that. It's
And
all
it
vegetables and
shows-
stuff.
Yeah, it shows like all this
It's just the salads from Red
Smoky
Robin.
barbecue chicken.
Oh, dude,
bacon
that's what
wrap.
I get. I get
That's
that twice a
look.
month, probably.
California chicken burger.
I
everything.
DoorDash myself some Red Robin pretty
It's
often.
all Red Robin, and they sell it for more than Red Robin sells their food because it's fresh food. And then I looked into it. And I was
Oh,
like,
it's
you
more expensive. I
guys
was like,
are
what's the benefit of this?
savages.
I was like, why are they
That's
doing
capitalism, man. That's what that is. You can't be mad at them for it, man. That's
this? Creative
a hustle.
too. Yeah,
That's a hustle,
it's very.
man.
It's very.
I don't know how I
creative.
would pull that off, but they did it. Yeah, really random off topic, but that's what I'm good for.
Tight. Well, tell me about your guys' music video. How was the process? It looked like you did the whole works. Did you have a jib? Did you have a camera guy?
So
You want to start it?
yeah,
You wanna go
so I'll just start with the story of it. We were like, we need to get a music video out because having just a picture of our EP art is not enough.
I
Right.
feel
So-
like nobody really knew who we were. Like they've heard our voices, but they're
Right.
like, "What the fuck do these guys look like?"
Yeah,
But
We were
video
like
killed the radio.
We were like
star,
the fresh
dude.
set of the local community,
Yeah, yeah.
we were out here dishing out.
People are
tunes.
hearing the tunes, but
They weren't seeing who was making it.
exactly.
It wasn't
another
Red Robin though.
another thing I'd like to add is video may have killed the radio star, but internet killed the video star.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
Yeah. Podcast killed also more radio. Podcast put radio in the grave.
well,
Absolutely.
podcast is technically like radio,
Dude, that's why I have.
and it
That's why I have sound bites, baby.
it killed,
I always wanted to do
it
radio.
killed
work.
video again.
I know. Yeah, video is like. Yeah, I mean, most of my content consumed is podcasts or audio,
Yeah,
like music or podcasts. Yeah, so
I find it
I'd agree
easier
with
to
that.
listen to these days, and no one's really trying to listen to the radio. It's just easier to to find something that talks about only the things you want to hear about.
Yeah.
They're just relatively a theme when it comes to
Yeah,
podcasts.
dude, like music and Red Robin and secret restaurants. That's what this is.
Yeah, that's what this
No,
one's
seriously. I think our last podcast we didn't talk about music the whole time. I think we just did random hangouts. So that's my
Yeah, I
caveat.
watched
This is a
few
music
before we came out
podcast.
here, and I
Yeah.
was like, I said music podcast where they're super laid back. I was telling my girlfriend
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
chill.
And I was like,
There's
this
no
seems
rules.
really, really cool. There's like no rules. I didn't know what to expect. I was like,
I know.
oh, this is going to be so professional. I'm not the most professional.
Hell yeah,
Honestly,
dude! I
though-
forgot my tie, but yeah.
Honestly, though, I prefer like these just like hangout chat talks
Mm-hmm.
so much more than talking about music. I mean, yeah, we can get to the music, but like honestly, like our music is there. People can listen to
Yeah,
it.
go listen to
But
it.
I'd
and then-
rather the people get to know us.
Exactly. That's exactly the whole BandHouse thing was like. First of all, every comedian needs a podcast now, and I was just thinking like, dude, every band is gonna need a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And if not, I haven't wasted any of my time because I've had so much fun doing all
That's
this.
where you find all the cool stuff. And if we're ever lucky enough to have diehard fans like I was for certain bands, like, dude, when I was
Mhm.
a little kid and Blink 182 was on the scene, I was a Tom
Oh my
DeLonge nut.
God.
I mean, I got a tattoo of Tom DeLonge's other band, the Angels.
Oh,
and Arrows.
hell yeah! Oh yeah, we'll have to
That's
get
what
into the
I love.
tats, dude. Oh, that's
what I
sick.
love
Okay.
things from. I was obsessed with that guy. I watched all of their like behind the scenes bullshit, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's where you really get to know like who these people are that you
Mhm.
not necessarily idolize, but you kind of look up to. You know,
Right, you have to be careful. Like,
that's where you get to know like what they're really about just based on the music. So if we
Mhm.
ever lucky enough to have people chase us behind the scenes, this is probably where they'll find out who we are.
Tom DeLonge, come on BandHouse Podcast as our
you
next
gotta do it, man,
guest.
and talk about aliens, man.
We will.
Did it with Joe
we'll
Rogan,
listen.
and you didn't give him much information.
Really?
You
Oh, I remember that like a couple years back.
Yeah, and Joe Rogan was like really pushing at him. Like
That's when I
why
learned
Can't you tell
that
us
he was
about
big into aliens.
Oh, I knew about that for so long.
I
Like,
bet, dude.
following
Super
that guy.
fan. Blink 182, super fan.
Yeah, that guy was
Yeah, we both love Blink.
Nice.
Actually,
a whole nother
I built
can of
him.
worms.
I built him a guitar,
Sick.
like with the Tom DeLonge setup.
He
Right.
did
With
yeah, the
slightly
single
different,
small
uh,
humbucker in it on the bottom.
That's
on the bridge.
tight,
Yeah, it was
dude.
pretty
That's
dope.
so legit. You
And-
built it from like scratch.
No, it was a Strat body, but
Strat
I
body.
did all the work on it to like make
That's
sure
tight.
that it was really cool.
Have you
for
built
him.
guitars from scratch? Sanded bodies or anything crazy like that?
You
Bought
have done a
one
neck.
from.
Cool.
I've done a neck by
I can't
myself.
remember
That's
who
tight.
you bought it
But-
from, but you did do a neck. I remember that. I can't even remember the wood. I know this guy calls
Mahogany.
me all the time. All right.
Mahogany. Is that what this is? This neck here?
Mahogany.
So
The telly is from a Fender. That's a legit Fender body.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So I was like, hey, Art, I've literally had that forever. My Nana got it for me. And I'm like, I'm not going to build a guitar right now. It's been 10 years. Let's just hang her
I got an
up.
old guitar hanging around somewhere. I gotta find it. My I believe it's great grandfather has like old 1954 Silvertone. I think my dad has it somewhere. Dude, it's epic. It's huge too.
Yeah.
It's got like the 700 humbuckers on it.
Of course.
And a big old whammy bar that looks like a car fender.
It'll just take the
Fucking
whole thing down.
Yeah, it'll peel the top off when you do it. Yeah. Well,
Tight.
you want to get back to the music video? I feel like
Yeah.
we were about to talk about it. And
I'm down with
then
tangents
we did,
too,
yeah,
man.
dude, we can go on them for days.
Yeah. I've got a fun, what is this, survey? What is it called? It's a game that we'll
I'm
play
down.
after this.
Oh, sweet. I like
But anyway, let's hear this music video.
So,
Experience.
pretty much cutting back to the, whole factor of we need a music video. This guy right here is just like, I have somebody who can do a music video.
Hey, shout out to Bryant
Yeah,
Shepard,
for
by
real.
the way.
Shout out to Bryant.
Super amazing job.
But yeah, he pretty much just got a hold of him and he was just like, yeah, we'll just, and then our drummer was like, okay, well, our practice space is cool enough, so let's just do it here. And I was like,
nice.
hell yeah.
Another big shout out to Nicola for all the hard work you've put into that
It
practice.
takes a
space,
team. It takes a village.
dude.
People don't get
takes
it,
a
dude.
village. In our case, it takes a barn with a lot of lights and a fog machine.
Dude, it's like School of Rock, man. They needed all those kids. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
just the ones in the band.
Absolutely.
They needed wardrobe. They needed
Yeah.
all that. I just watched that movie again for the
I
first
love that
time
movie.
in so long, and it was just as good. Like as a more experienced musician, looking at all the cool. Something I noticed this time is the van has all of his guitars on a stand, not in cases. So every time he needs a guitar, he just opens the van and there's a guitar without a case, and I'm just like, so impractical. But what a great scene.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Yeah, it's actually. You go ahead. You go ahead.
on the subject of School of Rock,
Yeah.
the funniest part is when he's trying to sell his SG because he needs money for rent, and he's just like, "Oh, Jimi Hendrix played this one," and
Oh, did I bear it like at the beginning or something?
yeah, and I'm just like, dude, no way.
Yeah, an SG.
Well,
That would be well, he may have played an SG.
Jimi Hendrix did play white SG.
That's right, but
Yeah,
his is normal. Jack Black's is red, normal.
yeah. Jack Black's is red, also
The
fantastic
Angus.
instrument. I have a SG because of Jack Black.
Yeah,
Believe it
other
or
than
not.
Hell yeah.
Other than the neck dive, man, that's why I never did an SG. The
Just-
neck is so big.
Yeah, I had one for a little while
Try to
before I
put it on,
knew
it
what I
just,
liked.
like, just drops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see
I'm a
what you're
Strat
saying.
guy.
Hell yeah. I'm a Strat guy at heart, but I've been full Gibson lately.
Oh yeah.
I play
Yeah,
pretty
you
much
just switched
I-
full Gibson too.
I pretty much exclusively play only Gibson guitars.
Yep.
Shout
Sponsor
out
us, yeah.
Shout out to Gibson.
We'll take all your guitars. God,
Play
wouldn't that be the
authentic.
Does that mean
dream?
I can have all 97 of your Schecters?
No.
All right, dude. Yeah.
I want those
don't
too.
lie to the people.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Schecters are dope. You love Schecters?
I love Schecters.
I like Schecter.
I used to think they were dumb when I was in high school. I was like, those are for fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got
Then I
guitarists
played
have our
one and I was
opinions.
like, ooh, this is
Mhm.
nice. This
And now
is
you're
real
selling
nice.
one.
Yeah, because I got a better one because I learned I like Schecter.
That's how it goes, dude. You make the trade. I like guitars. Like nice guitars hold up. You can trade them and stuff. And
Yeah, once I like really learned the difference between like bolt on and like neck through.
yeah.
That's pretty much I go to a lot of neck through guitars now. For,
Oh, right on,
For my
yeah.
extended range ones, it helps it hold together better in my opinion.
I bet. I always struggled with the low string tuning and keeping the guitars in check. But,
yeah.
So you did it at a different space. He didn't have his own, like bring you guys to his space.
No, we
so
had
you were like at a home.
we had ours.
You had home field advantage. You were comfy.
Yeah, where we practice every weekend.
That's good.
And
so you could
we
really go
got
all
rid of
out.
all the music equipment, everything, put it all upstairs, and just cleaned it up really nice and set the lights to where we wanted them and got everything kind of dialed in. The guy who did it, Bryant Shepard, he's actually a really good friend of mine, coworker as well, and he does professional video editing like frequently. He's
Sweet.
been doing this thing. It's like a recap of his year. He takes a camera with him everywhere we go. It doesn't
Right.
matter if we go jeeping, if we go camping, if we go dirt bike riding. It doesn't matter what we do. He films a lot of segments of his
That's
life, and
sweet,
it's really
dude.
sweet. And he makes these professional edited videos at the very end of the year.
Yeah.
And it's a recap of his life, and they're phenomenal. I think he's
Dude,
done
that's cool.
4 of them. They're super cool. And so I was like, hey, man, he actually got injured and was out of work for a little bit. And I was like, you know, if you got time for anything like this, it's going to be right now. And I was like, so I know you've never done a music video before. We've never done one either.
Right.
I was like, and I feel like you got this.
Yeah.
So I hit him up with the idea, let him sit on it for a while.
That's
and
cool.
He got back to me and was like, I'd love to do it. He came and checked it out, and this dude showed up with about 3 GoPros and a drone, and
nice,
shot the
yeah.
sickest music video, I think.
Big lights and shit? Like what?
No, dude,
Don't need it?
just
No.
right in our practice space. He just showed up with an anamorphic lens, I believe, and a light on top of one of his GoPros and a
All
drone.
right. Sweet.
And
The ring lights were mine, and the actual like lighting was like our drummers.
Right. Okay.
yeah, we
That's.
got like all the stage lights and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and he went through a pretty lengthy video editing process with it, and it turned out sick. We didn't really know what to expect. I just kind of told him, hey, man, we just want this like live playthrough.
It looks great. I love it.
thing.
I watched
Sweet,
the whole
man.
thing, dude, and I love the end too. I almost
Oh,
clicked
yeah.
away before it was over. I was like, "Wow, I'm having these guys on the podcast. Like, at least I can do is listen to the whole 4-minute song, and it
Yes.
gets dope at the end."
Yeah, the 2 breakdowns and stuff. Those
Yeah.
are so sick. Yeah, he said he had a lot of fun with it, and I was honestly fairly blown away with
Mhm.
how it ended up with it being his first music video. And I told him, I was like, you gotta keep doing this, man.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be super dope.
And now you have it. That's the best thing. Is now
Yeah.
you can anytime you find some new avenue on social media or the internet, you have something you can
yeah,
submit
absolutely.
or whatever. It
And
sucks to not have anything and have all these options.
Yeah, I got really confused when we were reaching out because like I reached out to other bands in the local scene that we play with that have music videos.
Yeah.
Asked them who they go through, and I got all these different quotes. There's like some people were like $3,000, some people were like $1,000. One guy was like, "I'll do for 500, but I don't have anything released." You know, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know who to trust, man.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
that's when I hit up Bryant, and he was like,
It's
yeah,
so
let's
helpful
just
to
make
have
it
a
happen.
person for whatever it is.
Mhm. Yeah, it was super cool. So yeah, I'm just super thankful of him and all his time for that. That was really
Tight.
cool.
Well,
Okay.
we can cut to the music video right now in the podcast, so I'll just do.
Oh, but as with the music video,
Here, go ahead.
we're trying to do. We were thinking about doing like a giveaway thing for whoever can count how many times Nicolo flips his sticks. Because if you watch that,
He's doing it the whole time.
Yeah, there's one part of it where every camera cut, because it shows drummer, then it shows Joe, then it shows me. But if you look at drummer on the first shot, he's in the middle of a stick flip, and it hits something. Then it goes to Joe, and behind Joe, you see him flipping another stick, and then it cuts to me, he's flipping another stick.
Yeah.
And he's just all over the place.
All right, so this game is called How Metal Are You?
Oh shit!
The sample really didn't fit that name of this game.
I thought
Just
that
drop tune
sample,
it, man.
yeah, that sample was really metal. I actually really thought that was a pretty sample.
Thank you. I played it myself.
I kind of thought so. I was
Yeah.
like, that sounds really pretty.
We played a game one time where it was, like the matchmaker game, like a visual, like Apple, or the match game, I think is what it's
Yeah.
called. We did it with samples, so I recorded 32 different samples, and you had to find. It was way harder than it seemed. I think it's episode 25. It was so freaking hard, but I came out with some really good samples. A lot of bad ones too, but I didn't
Those are the best ones though.
Yeah. All right. So this is it's half subjective as hell. I made it up pretty much. And half the internet. I kind of went online to see if these tropes and cliches are still true. Basically, we're going to see how metal you are. You're just going to tick for yes and no points for do nothing for 0.
Okay.
All right. The first question. Do you always wear black? We'll do 97%
Yeah,
of the time.
97% of the time. That's it.
That's always,
Wow.
we'll call it. And then you'll have to trade off with the pen. God, that sucks. I'm down to my last 3 pens. Oh, there's one.
There's one. I'll take that.
That's not even the one. This is like some random pen.
Cool.
That's the couch pen, man.
Dude, that's the couch pen.
Gotta
That
make
could
sure
have.
it works.
Chance put
It
that
works.
there.
Yeah, that's the
Cool.
chance pen. All right, cool. Okay, so we got marks. Number 2. Do you worship Satan?
No.
Nope.
I gotta go with no.
I gotta go with no on that one, dog. I know. I love how that was like a big one online that people were like, we need to get rid of that with heavy metal.
I feel like
it's-
that's the 80s
none of
thing.
us. Yeah,
That's a
Most
really-
of this is 80s thing probably then. Number 2, or that was number 2. Number 3, do you hate everyone?
No, I feel like that's got to be no too. And most metal musicians these days have cats.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
They love everyone, especially the cats. That's true. They do love.
Yeah.
That is a metalhead thing. I feel like.
yeah.
being
One of
a
my
gentle-
favorite bands, Counterparts, just came out with a song called "Whispers of Your Death," and it's really intense. And I heard it, and I was like, "This kind of brings a tear to my eye." Then I find out the fucking song's about his cat. And he's like, he literally like said that one, like that song's about my cat, and I'm like, I thought that was about like a family member.
Yeah,
or
you're
something,
like
man.
that
was
song
really
hits so
deep, dude.
hard.
Well,
It was deep.
one thing you have to factor in is like some people that is like a legit family member too, though.
Right.
Yeah, my cat is.
I mean, like, I love like birds so much, and I'm like so scared to get a pet one because like the fear of it passing away.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, birds live forever, dude.
I know.
You
It's
get
true.
a macaw, and those things will outlive you.
I know. I'm just the anxiety.
Just
of it.
the thought of the bird losing you though on
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah. That would be so much anxiety right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, number 4. Do you only listen to metal?
Hell no.
I think we're not as metal as we thought we were.
So you guys are going
I've
to be
never
pretty
said I
weak.
was metal.
I know. I made the
we're not
implication
really.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Don't
with,
worry, there's still a
What
bunch
about
more.
what about like 80%? Can I put half a tick mark?
Yeah, I'll give you half.
Okay, I'll take.
Yeah, I'll give you half.
I'll do a sideways one to represent.
I hardly listen to metal.
That's
be
half.
honest.
And you can answer facetiously too if you want. But
Yeah,
also, honesty is a very important trait, but also fucking around is even more important. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly hardly listen to metal, believe it or not.
You really? Yeah. Well,
No.
actually, that makes more sense.
he's a pop punk kind of guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right
really,
on.
honestly,
Just
pop punk and like emo.
Dude, my
Like-
buddy Steven
like
should be here for that. He
Seosin.
loves pop punk, or at least talks
Seosin,
about it
is
a
that what I'm
lot.
about to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seosin, tight.
Yeah.
Seosin. Everybody loves Seosin.
Oh yeah.
Sunny Day Real Estate.
Yep.
Blink 182. I
So
can go. I can
good.
go on like pop punk bands. Just
But a lot of that, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that, for me personally, the way I view it, they all kind of ties in together because there's a lot of bands that I listen to, like one, for instance, that got me into emo, was Senses Fail, and they started off very emo, and then it got progressively heavier, and there was a lot of screaming, and then their newer stuff was very heavy, and then it dialed back, and
That's
I
cool.
feel like it kind of goes like this. So I mean, to me, yeah, it's kind of it's like
That's a good answer.
The same thing.
I said the other day, I was like, blues, I read this in B.B. King's book, I was like, blues, B.B. King said, is everything. It's not just sadness, it's every emotion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's kind of metal. Anything you put your whole life into.
I have a B.B. King book in my guitar
yeah,
right now.
dude,
nice.
B.B. King's a great.
Yeah,
his scales and modes and stuff.
Have you seen the video of him just changing a string on stage?
I think so. I see the Stevie Ray Vaughan one where a guy comes up and changes it for him while he's playing. That one goes
That's so
crazy on the
ridiculous.
internet.
B.B. King straight
But
up
the B.B.
just
King one, too.
slides it through
While
He
he's
starts
singing.
tuning while he's singing, and I'm just like, no.
I love his style too, because he'll do a whole song without him playing guitar, but he'll hold it like he was playing it the whole time. You didn't even notice he didn't play it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, it's more. It's about the song with him. I mean, I could do another podcast on B.B. King, and I probably will. Change my life. First time I heard him. That's like what killed the metal for me. I went from all metal, the bands I listed earlier, to as soon as I heard B.B. King, I was like, oh, I'm about to practice.
I was the
this.
opposite, man. I used to fucking hate metal. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, when I was like 12.
I get it, dude.
The first time I heard like, rah, 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 I was like, just shit. Turn
I
it
get
off.
it.
Turn it off.
I was like, these are human beings. This is a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Vigil by Lamb of God. Our Father, thy will. I was like, this isn't human vocals. This isn't.
Yeah,
I could
like-
never imagine a human doing that. But
Oscar the Grouch or something.
all right, dude. Speaking of it, let's get. Yeah, it's Oscar the Grouch. All right, here's one that might apply. We'll see. Number 5. Your do you have lyrics all about the demon inside?
Hell no.
All of mine, yeah, pretty much.
What
Mine
about
are
just
angry.
any lyrics? Not only
Oh,
those
I always
lyrics,
have lyrics.
but
Yeah.
any lyrics about demons. How about?
Yeah, I mean, in their
And you know what I mean? The demons inside.
yeah, in its own thing. You
Not
know, it's
Satan,
like the
we already
shit
did
that
that.
I'm going through. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a lot of this.
You get a check, dude. That's metal as fuck.
Yeah.
It's also emo as fuck, but that's kind of like.
I feel like that's where a lot of the writing comes from. I mean, like I could step away from it every now and then, and like
I
write,
feel-
like some good stuff. But
I feel like I write more out of a point of sadness and happiness rather than anger.
mine's all
Respect.
anger, man.
Same.
I mean, not even anger towards myself, really. Even so, I can't even count that. Like I've wrote like one angry song,
Yeah.
but most of my lyrics are actually like relatively like just depressed.
Well, then would
One-
this last one be the Game of Thrones quote?
That's
That's
the angry.
the
one.
That is
That's
the one.
angry song. That is
One of the-
only
What's the name of the song
things.
again? The quote.
I'm not questioning your honor. I'm simply denying its existence.
Nice.
Which some of those old devil.
What do you guys call it on the set list that you put at your feet before a gig?
Honor.
Nice.
Nothing.
Shorten it.
Because I remember my set.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, savage, man.
I have to make the set. So
Yeah, he
it's
spends a lot of time in the set list.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's one more thing for me to stare at and be like, I hate it.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And then all I can think about is the set list and how the S looks different. And
Yeah.
I wrote it wrong. No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. Number 6 in the game of how metal are you? Do you sit down and play blast beats before every band practice?
I
Yes,
do.
you do.
Yeah, I do. It's not even my drum set, man. That's how. Of
course not. It's the drummer's drum set.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how he knows I'm here. I won't even tell him I'm there. He'll be in his house, and like then next thing you know, he just hears, and he's like, oh, fucking Jesus.
That's so funny then,
Now,
because that was me.
I'm like, but the China sounds so good.
Hell
Listen
yeah.
to it. And then it sounds better when I go like this.
Gravity blast.
do I get a check mark for playing 4 on the floor every
Sure.
time?
Yeah.
Poorly?
Yeah. It was just a way of
Joe's-
saying, do you
yeah.
play the drum set before you?
Joe's famous line is,
Suck.
"Get off
I
the
suck.
throne, let the master play it." And then
Yeah.
That's dope.
and it's
I have a friend like that
jamming
too,
every
except for
time.
his beat is like, it's like a Shakira or like System of a Down.
like a
you
little
know,
shuffle.
yeah. I'm like, dude, that's not like super hard, but it's like pretty good. How come you can't play anything else?
Oh yeah.
He can't play 4 on 4 to save his life. It's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
It's weird, actually. But all right, next one. Play the beat. Number 7. Do you have many conspiracy theories?
Yes.
I'm just gonna put it
I'm
right
gonna
here.
say
Right
You
no.
now.
wouldn't-
So-
nobody even asked what many means. I was ready for a.
No,
it's like
That's
check.
just like that's
Hell yeah,
check, dude.
that's a metal thing.
That's a
Although
whole
these
other
days it's other
podcast.
stuff too. But yeah, BandHouse Conspiracy. Stay tuned for that fucking podcast.
I'll totally be on that.
That would be a fun one.
I'll go on for hours.
And Tom DeLonge will get on that one.
Yeah.
You will.
But none of them will be conspiracies. They're all proven.
That's true.
Aliens exist.
Right. Well, conspiracy theories is tricky because some of them are true, right? That's why they're interesting.
Yeah.
But then they're not conspiracies after all. So are they really? Well, they are conspiracy theories that aren't conspiracies.
They're conspired insight. That's
they're proven
conspired.
conspired. Oh, they're conspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was a word for that. Like, it's like.
It's so hard to think of words on podcasts, dude.
I know.
The light. Just look right into the light.
Well, wait.
Think of nothing else besides the
Like,
light.
it's a proven conspiracy theory.
Yeah, if it's like really
That's
happened.
a fact. It's just a fact.
Oh, there it is. The word. Is that the word?
That might have been the word I was looking for.
That's
I'm
the
not really
word
known
when
to have
something's
those.
proven to have happened.
The problem with me is I don't know facts. I just talk out my ass.
Yeah, I know
But I
opinions.
Such a good way of
I have a
presenting
lot of opinions, and I like to talk about them.
Yeah. As long
Again,
as you present it
podcast.
with, with like some
Fucking sweat and vinegar. I was gonna say vigor, but like vinegar as well.
sweat and vinegar, dude. That's a new flavor of Lay's chips. Check that out. It comes out.
Oh shit.
Wait,
So
don't
good.
you hate salt and vinegar? Wait,
No.
you hate sour cream and onion.
Sour cream.
There you
onion.
go.
That's
Sour
like
cream and
two
onion.
things I don't like. And someone's
Yeah.
like, "You want that shit on a chip?"
No, I don't.
You're like, I'd never thought about that once. No.
Yeah, no, actually, never.
Hell
I
no.
don't even
Okay.
want that by itself.
Number 8. This is a good one. And it's less subjective. Number 8. Do you have long hair?
Joe does.
Yeah.
I did.
Yep.
And-
I was gonna give a check mark for did as well,
yeah.
but Joe needs the.
Mine never
Joe
went
needs
past
the
my
metal
chin,
points,
though.
yeah.
It was like just a here and then that was it.
Your
I
hair
could still
was
go like
long,
this.
Once it hits that shoulder length, that's long hair.
I can never do the in-between stage.
I know that's where I'm
It's
at.
when
Dude.
it gets to like the bowl cut thing, I'm like,
Thing is, I don't like short hair. I look at myself, I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, I'm rocking it, but I don't feel me. Some people look in the
Yeah.
mirror and they don't feel themselves. I'm like, I'm a guy with long hair, dude. I just can't get it there again.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't. I don't know why. It just gets annoying. All right, we get those points. Number 9. Do you? And this one's real subjective. Do you tell people about the Power Rangers theme often?
Yep.
Do you? I love
I'm
that
gonna
shit.
go with. I'm gonna
I have
go.
so
yep.
many metalheads who are like, and I was the same way. I was like, dude, did you guys realize? Remember when we were kids? It's actually sweet tapping. We were like,
yeah.
so that was my
Power
favorite
Rangers
question.
and Ninja Turtles was it for me. I don't really remember Ninja Turtles having a guitar solo or anything in it, but the Power Rangers one was
Yeah,
pretty wicked.
what was Ninja Turtles?
I never really watched Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah, no, never.
It's time for you to leave your own band.
No check mark for you then.
No.
Yeah, dude.
I guess I'm not metal.
I guess you're not metal, dude. But here, this is the last one, and this is my favorite one. Because, again, I made this game up. Number 10 of the How Metal Are You? With Joe and Thomas of Not Till Tomorrow. Number 10. Do you love Slayer?
Fuck no.
I knew. I had a feeling you were not going to.
You're gonna say fuck no?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with a little bit less of an explicit answer. I was never really into them.
Yeah.
Wasn't
that's
my
fair.
thing.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna.
No metal then, dude. That's negative. No, I'm just kidding. All right. What's the answers, dude? Who's more metal?
Oh, he absolutely is.
5.5.
5.5?
5.5 metal, man.
I got
Out of
4.
what, 10?
Yeah. I mean, you guys both failed, but...
That's still a
but you
positive.
win.
That's 55.
Yeah, you win.
55% metal.
To be fair, my
45%
first
water.
4 were about hating people and Satan and stuff, but
That's what a lot of people
that's
do.
metal, bro. What's that band that killed each other for their music video or something?
Oh, I don't think.
Yeah,
was
that wasn't
Mayhem?
even it, but he's like,
no. There was a
Mayhem.
band was that Mayhem that their lead singer committed suicide?
Yeah,
and they
there
took
it
a
is.
fucking
Yep.
picture of it and
That's
used their
what it
album
is.
cover.
Yep, Mayhem.
Mayhem. Yeah.
Dude, that's
So they would
the
have
only way
they
to
would
say
have got
that
10.
is that's metal as fuck, man. How do
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah.
I don't feel like in that moment I would have been able to be like,
And that's
You know,
not even.
take
It's
a
not even that
picture of that.
metal. It's honestly, it's
it's a little bit more demented.
kind of the opposite of metal because they use it as promotional material. I don't even know their music. I just know them from that. So they sold out, dude. Is what I
Yep.
said.
They sold out, yeah.
They're not metal at all.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding if you're watching because they're gonna come for me.
Yeah, don't do that.
Mayhem. I'm gonna cut this part out. Actually, they scare me. No, just kidding. Well, there it is, dude. That's BandHouse Podcast in a nutshell. That was fun. Next time,
More metal than you, man.
and that Bob Dylan book that I handed you to
all the
write.
Bob Dylan book, man.
No, but to be honest, the less metal you are, that in this case, that just means you have taste in music. There's a lot of guys out there that only listen to metal, and I was just seeing if that's what you guys were, and you're not. So
No.
you're welcome back to BandHouse Podcast anytime. Hopefully you guys could come back for a big, when I have some guests.
Yeah, absolutely.
able to
Yeah,
do it.
I'm down.
We usually do
both, like,
Thursdays,
right
so
around
that's
the area,
that's
so-
the difference.
I mean, I'm not, but I'm totally down to drive down
Yes,
here.
you are.
tight.
I'm like 30 minutes away.
Well, we'll make something happen. You guys share this video with your fans and have your fans comment below to see you guys back. And then also I'll send you some clips from this if you guys want to
Yeah, absolutely.
use it for any sort of
Oh, yeah.
promotional
Absolutely.
stuff. That
Promotion.
could be cool. And then that's it. So send some emails about your stories, your musician stories to bandhousepodcast@gmail.com, and we'll read those live and make sure they're true, but you can spruce it up. You can spruce up the story a little bit, but we're looking for true stories here. And with that being said, fucking keep it loud and keep it hard.
My penis is